Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be making tofu mince. So that's high protein mincemeat replacement. It's plant-based and it is high in protein and it is low in calories. So we're going to essentially mimic mincemeat using tofu. So I'm going to show you how we're going to make it. It's super easy and flavorful and you will achieve a very similar kind of texture. So this is a plant-based substitute for mincemeat, which you can then of course use in wraps, or you can use, with your nachos, or you can use in so many different ways. Let's get started. Quickly before we get started, I'm Miral, and if you want to upgrade yourself to your 2.0 version of yourself, eat healthier, feel better, get happier, then this space is for you. I post healthy plant-based recipes and a lot of other kind of wellness kind of content, from vlogs or self-development content and so much more. So make sure to subscribe and keep the energy flowing. Let's get started. Okay, first up is we're gonna press our tofu. So ideally you want to use extra firm tofu. You can also use firm tofu for this. Okay, I'm gonna place it in the tofu presser to take out the liquid for about 30 minutes. If you don't have a tofu presser, that's no problem. You can just use a heavy pot. You can wrap up the tofu with paper towel, and then you can place a heavy pot with like books or other heavy ingredients inside, cans or beans or something, to kind of press it down to release the liquid. So for about 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna squeeze that out. Gonna leave that for about 30 minutes or so. Okay, so I have pressed my tofu for about 30 minutes and we're gonna take it out. Let me put this here and transfer it to a bowl. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crumble it with my hands. You can use a fork as well, but you can make this batch, which is gonna serve you quite a bit. Prepare it for meal prep and just use it throughout the week in your wraps and your salads and your topping with your dips, nachos. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my spices. I've got garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika. I'm gonna use nutritional yeast for some kind of cheesy flavor. It's also high in protein, but essentially it's mostly for the cheese flavor. Okay. And then I'm gonna add white miso paste and also vegetable stock cube. Okay, so for some added flavor. Okay. Okay, what I also have is tomato paste for some flavor and some color. You can use coconut aminos or soy sauce or tamari. This is mostly for the color. Coconut aminos contains 70% less sodium than soy sauce, but you can use any of those options. Okay, cooked beetroot. This is optional, but it's really mostly for the color. So it just needs to be blended or pureed. So you can use ready cooked beetroot, or you can just cook it yourself. I've just kind of mashed it with my hands. Ideally you want it to be pureed. Okay, it won't taste like beetroot, it's just for some added color. And then we've got some oil and we've got a bit of water. And then we've got our salt and pepper. Now I've already added miso paste and vegetable stock cube. Those are already salty, so I'm gonna just be a bit mindful of the salt I add, and I'm gonna add some black pepper. So I've got also that vegetable stock cube. I'm just smashing it with my fingers. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer it to a tray lined with baking paper. So you really wanna spread it out so it's in a thin layer. Okay. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 175 degrees and we're gonna bake it for about 20 to 30 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so I've taken my tofu out of the oven. I baked it for about 30 minutes, so anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes is good. And what I also did is that midway, I kind of used some tongs to mix them up and then continued baking them. So right here, we're kind of done-ish. You really can stop here. You can see as well, like they're crispy. I tasted them. Really flavorful, really delicious. You can just use it as it is here, like, so if you're using it in a wrap or a salad or with nachos, this is great. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take it one step further. I'm gonna put it in a pan and I'm gonna add about a cup of water or broth, but I feel like it's salty enough that I shouldn't add any more broth that's also salted. So I'm just gonna add water and I'm gonna bring it to a simmer to kind of until all the liquid is absorbed. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is that so it can be a bit more soft and tender, just like minced meat is. A bit more soft and tender, gives you a bit more of that kind of texture. I'm gonna go ahead and do that so I can show you what that looks like and tastes like to a pan. So I'm gonna add about a cup of water. Simmer it for about 10 minutes till about the water is mostly absorbed. It's gonna make it super soft, just like kind of minced meat, and then we'll show you again. Smells absolutely amazing. So delicious. Okay, that's it. So I simmered it on the stove for 10 minutes with a bit of water. It is now super soft and tender and really kind of gives you the same texture as minced meat. So this is how to make tofu mince, which is a plant-based minced meat substitute or a vegan minced meat substitute. Honestly, it's so flavorful, it's so juicy, and it's really yummy. And that's it, and you've got yourself plant-based vegan minced meat. Also on my channel, you're gonna find 2 ways of making seitan, which mimics chicken or meat substitute using vital wheat gluten. Seitan is high in protein and something that has been used for centuries in China and also in Japan. So I'm gonna link those videos as well below. And please make sure to keep the energy flowing by subscribing to my channel, where you'll find a lot of other healthy plant-based recipes, wellness content, vlogs, and so much more. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.